Hey. So I'm back with another demo for 1 week 100 people. This is my day 2 of 2021's 100. Here's today's handsome subject, thanks to Bennett P. So I decided to jump on the Sketchy app and do some quick portrait studies. It's a free app with an active community of people donating selfies for artists to paint from. It's kind of social, a little bit of a social network there, and it's a fun thing to do if you're still stuck in quarantine like we are here in Montreal. So there was a turning point a few years back when I realized my painting has become instinctive. I don't make any conscious choices about which color to choose or how to build a shape, like how to tile a shape together. It's like your eye is seeing and your hand is interpreting automatically. I mean, I know from experience the things you do in the first wash will fuse together and they lighten when they dry. The more water, the lighter it becomes when it dries. So it's not important to be perfect. You can refine it, repair it as you advance through the painting. You adapt to what you have initially when you build on top. I'm always saying to myself, work larger to smaller, lighter to darker. So the goal of the first wash is just filling the shape of the head, the sort of anatomy of the skull, with the lightest local color. And you want to leave some glints, some white flecks that you might use later. You let them show through or not. Once the head shape silhouette is dry, then it's about building planes of shadow. I'm doing some beard now, but I'm trying to avoid detail too soon. Just take the larger shapes and I'm looking to sculpt them with the light. I don't want to draw any details yet. Not an eye, just the shadow of the eye socket. And that wetness of the paper you saw there, that bleed on the eyebrow, that's just something you have to also feel by instinct. You get to know the timing of the paper. So when I finally do move into the details, larger to smaller, then I jump down to a tiny brush and I'm looking for small cast shadows, the eyelids, nostrils. I couldn't have told you when I was building the shape initially what order I was going to work, other than I was going to leave the little stuff to last. And I'll often leave something unfinished to see whether I can leave it unfinished or have to come back and find one more small detail to make a shape convincing. So by the way, that was the fun part, the hair. I often treat the hair and the head as two separate shapes, especially with dark hair that I know I can bring over top of the face. With Bennett's unruly mane, that was a great chance to do some calligraphy, to make brush marks with splayed out hairs of these Chinese brushes. They have long, stiff fibers that can be manipulated into these interesting rakes. And now, as we get towards the end, like I said, I'm going back to look for small darks that just bring everything together. Edit the edges of shapes or find little cast shadows. In an opaque painting, you might add small lights, little glints of reflection, but in a pure watercolor, you have to develop those lights as you go. So I'm always erring on the side of doing as little as possible. I'd rather leave it unfinished than cover up some fresh brushwork or luminous color. So that's my goal with a project like 1 week, 100 people. Running a marathon is the only way to run a marathon. You need to feel the physical reality of painting and doing a lot of it in a very short time. It's different than slow and steady practice. No amount of patient study will train your reflexes in the same way. So hope you'll join us for 1 week 100 people. Please stop by the blog or find our Facebook group or just search the hashtag online. Maybe you'll want to try out the challenge yourself. Thanks for watching.